but it's too much for my time now. I haven't got time to play it, and it's just too much time invested in that game. I just haven't got time to do it, so I don't play it anymore. What do I want? Extra virgin olive oil. We want a very small match, a splash of it. We want 1 egg to go in this, and we'll just about half a teaspoon extra virgin olive oil, and then we're going to add 1 egg to it as well. So that's not too hot now. I was worried about putting the glass bowl. It was still quite hot from the saucepan, so I'm worried whenever you do that, or if you've got a porcelain dish, if it's extremely hot and you put it in like cold water, or I'm not saying that's cold water, that's hot water, but if you put it into like a lower temperature kind of water to cool it down very quickly, sometimes they can crack. So just be careful with that, guys, when you're doing stuff like that, especially with especially if it's been in the oven. If it's porcelain dish for a casserole and you take it out and you put it straight into the wash, you take everything out, it will crack. So you need to let things cool down, otherwise those extreme temperature changes can crack things. Eggy. We just need an egg. There we go. Hey, I don't know why I cracked them on my plastic, or my chopping boards. They just never seem to crack properly. I have to do it on a really solid surface for some reason. Very strange. Fair enough. Sounds good. He's actually Battlefield 1 with us before. Yeah, I played with Muzzo playing Battlefield 1. I quite like Battlefield 1, but I don't really have many people to play it with. I've liked playing it now and again. Yeah, it's quite a good game. I play shooters, so yeah, it's good. Hello, I am Matt. Nice to meet you. What you making, person? I'm going to go through the dishes with you because there's some new people in here. We're going to make spinach and ricotta cannelloni with ratatouille, wholemeal garlic sauce, healthier version, parmesan crisps, and basil yogurt. And this afternoon we're making a honey and vanilla, low-fat, low-sugar cream cheese parcels with phyllo, cinnamon phyllo, sorry, and berry curd we've just made. It's just cooling down. We're going to pop it in the fridge in a bit. Fresh fruit, roasted pecans, chia seeds, and some cocoa powder, my friend. So that's what we're making today. I'm currently making the wholemeal pasta right now. Make everything fresh from scratch. What is the best oil to cook with? I've always used extra virgin olive oil, Mikey. It's entirely up to you. There's obviously, I wouldn't say call it as healthy as such, but they're better fats for you, if that makes sense. Rather than using butter or lard, which you've got the saturated fats, which aren't good. But the olive oil is still fat as fat at the end of the day. I just use less of it, and extra virgin olive oil is a good fat. It's still a fat though, so you may as well just use the beneficial one. That's what I always use. I've always been used to it. It does give a bit of a weird taste sometimes if you haven't been using it for a while, or if you've never used it before and you might not like it. But if you've been using it for a while, you kind of get used to it and you don't notice the flavour anymore. But yeah, that's what I use. I crack eggs on the tip of my elbow. Weird, but it works for me fine. That's a new one on me, Sky Pyro. I'm not going to try it. It's just going to go all over me. Sounds very fun. Love it how it's 4:07 for me in the morning. Have you been out drinking, Fluffy Matt, for the Irish St. Patrick's Day yesterday? Or for you still? Oh, yeah, technically it's yesterday now. Have you been out getting drunk and skunking? Right, we're going to give this a mix up now, guys. So, break that egg up. Let me give this a good old mix. If it's still a bit dry, guys, you can add just a tad bit of water to help bind it. But we'll see. Or if it goes a bit too wet, you can add a little bit more flour, you know, whichever it is. I'm too cool for drinking. What have you been up to, my friend? Have you just been watching Twitch most of the night? Playing games or whichever it may be? Right, I think this is going to need... Oh, it might not need, actually. I think it's okay. I might add a drop to it, actually. Just literally a drop. So very small amount in there. There we go. 1D foil. So, I had a very, literally, it wasn't even a drip, it was just literally a very small amount, just to pick up the rest, and it's nice and soft. Good to go. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a fold. So, no. Fredo, yo chef, how's it going, my friend? It's good to see you. I've been watching Twitch, seeing my entrance every time. That's cool, my friend. Been watching different people's channels. That is awesome. Welcome to mine. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you're going to enjoy the channel as well. If not, that is cool by me. Everyone's got different tastes. Aye, Paddy's great crack like lad. Yeah, I know. That sounded a bit Scottish, actually. No news on the sub. Sorry, Fredo. It's going to be... I don't know how long it's going to be, buddy. Everyone's been asking. It'll be ready when it's ready, my friend. There's no news on it. No. Trust me, if there's any news, you'll see that button right in front of you. It sucks, I know. I'll keep you updated. But at the moment, no, there's no news at the moment. Too bad. The weather was crap. And I had to work. Yeah, it does suck, soldier. Keep forgetting about the Power Rangers on Twitch. Yeah, it was fun. I don't like watching the new episodes. I prefer the old ones. I never watched the new ones. What's on the menu today, chef? Compensation. Welcome to the channel. We got a spinach ricotta cannelloni, ratatouille, wholemeal garlic sauce with parmesan crisps and basil yogurt. So I'm making a fresh wholemeal cannelloni with pasta, which is right in front of me. We're also making this afternoon honey and vanilla, cream cheese, low fat, low sugar, phyllo parcels with cinnamon, berry curd, which we've made. It's cooling down on the stove, and we're going to pop this into the fridge to set even further. Which we're going to have fresh fruit, some roasted pecans, chia seeds, and cocoa powder, my friend. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing good. So, awesome. So there's our lovely pasta. Fluffy Matt, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. I know you've been talking in chat. You know, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Hope you're having a lovely early morning. I know you've been up all night. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. I really do appreciate it so much. Your story is convincing. Jim, I'll follow you now. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. So, what we're going to do. No problem, Jim. New nickname, Jim. Hey, love it. Right, we're going to cling film this up, guys, to let it rest in the fridge. And then we're going to start cracking on with the other dishes then. So I'm going to start cooking off the... I'm going to get the tomato sauce on first, because that usually takes a bit of time. So we're going to get that on next. So. Right. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge, guys. This pasta usually lasts a couple of days, guys. You can always just roll it all out in one go and cook it all off, and then you can also freeze it down if you want after cooking it off. I'll show you guys how to cook it off and roll it out. It's dead simple. Guys, before you panic, like, yeah, but I don't have a pasta machine. You don't need a pasta machine, believe you me. I don't know why these people say that you have to have a pasta machine to do pasta. No, you don't. You can roll it out as easy yourself. Okay, if you want it extremely thin, then yes, pasta machine will be useful, but it's not impossible. So, nothing's impossible. What are chia seeds? Never heard of them. Mikey, don't be a troll. Oh, I love it. You're amazing, Mikey. That's why they call you Amazing Mikey. They certainly do. So, we're going to get some garlic now, some onions. Am I or am I not? Okay, I'm going to use about a shallot. I'm not going to use much onions because I was thinking, sorry guys, I was just debating with myself there a little bit what I want to do. But I'll probably use like half a shallot if I've got a decent one here somewhere. Should do. There we go. Half a shallot. I'm not going to use all of this. I'm going to use a little bit. I've got some lovely spinach here as well, which we're going to use. We're going to cook that down with a bit of shallot and garlic. I'm going to keep half for kind of texture, and then I'm going to blitz the other half down and mix it in with the ricotta, if that makes sense. But whichever. Anyway, John, perhaps you should make a part of your overlay, show today's recipe and / command that shows it. Yeah, it's pretty useful instead of me repeating myself. I don't really mind repeating myself though, Soldier, because sometimes I need to explain certain things out of my own voice rather than text, and otherwise people will be like, I don't quite get it. So whereas I say it, it's slightly different and people would understand a lot more. So I don't mind repeating myself. It's cool. It's not a problem. So I make very much sense. You certainly do, Matt. The menu all sounds delicious. Thank you, my friend. Working chef or no button yet? No, not yet. Twitch, please. I know, right? I would sub if I had money. That's cool, Matt. You know, I don't ever want to force people. Their skin, like myself, I'm not exactly flush for cash. So, you know, I know the feeling, my friend, when you want to support somebody and you can't, and it's frustrating. But, you know, it's cool. It's not a problem. I'm going to give my knife a quick sharpen. Oh, goddamn. I've just remembered. Yesterday, somebody asked me to show them again. Who was it? Muzzer, who was asked me and said, oh, can you show me how to sharpen the knife? And I said, yes, please remind me. And I forgot. I forgot to do it. I feel bad now. I feel awful. I'm sure they'll ask again. So, 45 degrees. If you guys are doing it towards you, please do it this way. I've got a bad habit to do it towards myself. It's just a bad habit I've picked up, and I don't. If I start doing it the other way, it'll change my knife blade. It'll change what I'm doing, and it'll just be a nightmare to resharpen it. It's just it'll take me ages. So I'm just going to carry on doing it the way I do it. I don't recommend doing it. I do recommend doing it 45 degrees away from yourself, guys. Not in front of anyone. In front of nobody. So please be safe with it, guys. I'm just so much stuck in my stubborn ways, as they say. So. As you do. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of kitchen cloth as well, because the reason for it, you end up with sediment on there, which you don't want in your food. Just make sure you wipe the blade afterwards. Very important, because you don't want to be eating that, guys. Believe you me. Annoying Soba Noodles. How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing today? Good to see you. I'm too cool for money. Oh yeah, we haven't got the menu command. I'd rather say it. We've got, basically we're making a spinach and ricotta wholemeal cannelloni with ratatouille, wholemeal garlic sauce, parmesan crisps, and some basil yogurt. We're also making this afternoon honey and vanilla and cream cheese parcels with berry curd, which is setting on top of the stove over there. It's just cooling down before it goes in the fridge. It's a healthy berry curd. There's no butter. There's no sugar in there apart from 2 teaspoons of honey, which is natural sugars. We've got fresh fruit to go with it, roasted pecans, some chia seeds to finish it off, and some cocoa powder. Yum, yum, yum. So, yeah, that's what's going on the menu today. Yeah, I don't do the commands because, I don't know, maybe I should, whatever, but I prefer, like, just repeating myself. I don't know, maybe I didn't get bored of my own voice when I just love talking away. Feel a bit crazy sometimes, but yeah, maybe it is useful to have a command, but the only thing is, I suppose I've got to work it out. I'm sure one of my mods will show me how to do it at some point. Knife sharpening.